He always knew his wife wanted to keep his money, so he set a trap that took 20 years to be revealed. But nothing was going to be as easy as he thought. Gabriel Villa didn't trust anyone around him, not even the woman he called wife for 2 decades, knowing he had a trick up his sleeve to protect himself in case Cristina's love was a lie. The woman devoted her best years and left her career as a teacher to meet all the businessman's demands. However, the 30-year age gap eventually caught up with them. And when Cristina wanted to leave behind her family, she found a big surprise. Her beloved Gabriel had only been legally married to her for 4 months, after secretly divorcing her in the Dominican Republic. I realize now that during all those years of joy and happiness, and all the difficult moments we went through together, my husband lied to me and divorce was always on his mind. That's what hurts me the most. Cristina Carta and Gabriel Villa got married in 1994 in New York, after meeting in what she described as love at first sight. They both attended the same party at a nightclub, and it was all sparks, love, and happiness until they got married. Cristina was a literature professor at Boston University, but she left her career behind to follow her husband, without even imagining what destiny had in store for her. He was truly charming, and despite the age difference, it was love at first sight. Gabriel, 69 years old at the time, knew the risks of his fortune and what it meant to surround himself with young, beautiful, and deceitful women. Even so, he decided to marry Cristina and give her what she wanted, to form a family regardless of the 30-year age gap between them. Although that didn't mean he would give her his trust, and he took a short business trip to secure his money. Gabriel is a charismatic, strong, intelligent, and charming man, and I believe one could say that I was a loving mother and wife. With 20 years of history preceding the couple, Cristina started to remember every moment that brought them together. They bought 2 houses in the marriage's name, one in New York and another in France, where they allowed themselves to raise their only child together. However, Gabriel's health began to decline over the years, forcing him to spend entire seasons in the hospital, where Cristina didn't hesitate to accompany and take care of him, even though it meant nothing to the businessman or the commitment they made in 1994. It was, and in some ways still is, a great love. The devoted woman never thought there was any secret between them, and stayed by her husband's side for almost 2 decades, until doubts started creeping into her mind. The accounts and taxes for the properties were only in Gabriel's name, and Cristina, fearful, decided to seek help from a lawyer because it seemed like nothing was in her name, which was a serious legal issue for the future. Then, she discovered the heartbreaking truth about their marriage. Gabriel had signed the divorce 4 months after the wedding, when on a supposed business trip, he went to the Dominican Republic and filled out all the paperwork to completely annul their union, as Cristina's signature wasn't needed to legalize the divorce there. The woman was completely devastated by the news and had to make a sad but sensible decision. After 20 years of devoting her life to Gabriel, there was no other option but to sue him for what was rightfully hers. Even though they were legally divorced, their life together was the only evidence needed to fight and get a reward for enduring him for so long. So, Gabriel claimed that they both had incompatibility issues, due to the age difference reflected in their temperaments, and he didn't know how long they would be together until she decided to leave him for someone younger, taking all his money without deserving it. Cristina then accused him of fraud in court for all the joint work they did for 20 years that was left in limbo due to the divorce without consent. Gabriel, on his side, didn't change his position at any time, as what he did was only to secure his fortune from the dangerous clutches of a woman 30 years younger than him. However, 20 years by his side show that Cristina isn't a gold digger, especially if she devoted her life to managing both their assets which would be completely lost if the legality of their divorce is accepted. Now the couple must arm themselves with patience and evidence, because any mistake could lead to a disaster, leaving them both in a much worse position than they are already in the scandalous world of tycoons.